What's up, everybody? Back to the taste test. Ooh, woo. So next time I'm doing it, I'm gonna be eating something out of that was created like several years ago by a Korean dude. I'm guessing her. I don't remember his last name, but it was a show when there was like five dads. They went together with their sons or daughters. So they met up. So there was like a cooking competition. So like who could like make the best like kid friendly food and like place though. So in Korea, it works. It kind of works different. So there was like one dad who knew nothing about cooking. He sucked at it, and then so he came up with something called chapaguri. It was basically chapaghetti and a Korean stew type noodle noguri. So he combined both of them, and all the kids liked it, even his own son. So the Nongshim Korean company decided to buy it and buy the label with giving him credit of it. So yeah, I want to be sampling this one next week. But I'm gonna go back to a good old favorite of mine. Spicy chicken flavor noodle carbonara flavor. This, in my opinion, this is like one of the best ones because it really has like one of those really has that like cream pasta flavor, and I really like it. So this is like less spicier than but yeah. The Schoville Heat Unit for this is okay. Carbonara flavor. Mm. 2,606 Scoville Heat Units. So it is half the spiciness of the regular one, which is like the regular one, the black colored one. But this is the more tasteful one. I also recommend the cheese one, which I could have done in the video, but I ate it last month. So I want to pour some water, cook it and eat it. There's a 5-pack version of the actual stovetop version, but yeah, that is only available at the Korean supermarkets. No other place. So the contents are like spicy sauce, carbonara powder. I'm just gonna pour some more water. Close. Lock in place. So it's pretty much like eating the regular one and the 2x one, because same rules. So you boil water, pour it in here, leave it for 4 minutes, drain the water by poking holes right here. 1, 2, 3. The company that makes these, Samyang, is the only company that actually ever thought of, like, leaving the holes right, the pokeable holes right here. So yeah, so it's easier to drain, so you won't have to go, ah. Noodles won't spill out as soon as you drain the water, and yeah. Oh. There's the new corn flavor one that I am never going to try, because let's just say I don't like corn. I think that's like some flavors you think it's going to be like delicious, but it's just going to, the sauce and whatever sauce that accompanies it, it really ruins the flavor. Especially with the jajang one, which is like this sauce and jajang sauce combined together, and it's absolutely disgusting. Don't try it. So if you haven't actually, so if you go to your local Korean supermarket, not an Asian supermarket, so there's like they're actually selling sauce, the horrible sauces, and the regular one, the Carbonara one, and the 2x one. So if you want to like add that on to like maybe like something you're eating, like noodles or something, and you're tired of eating the same old stew type noodles, you can pour it, mix it, and yeah, you can do that. Whenever you're like eating a Korean noodles, it's like always, it's mannerful to eat it with the chopsticks. Yeah, because forks, it doesn't have the same effect, and it's just not the same, and not culture appropriate. So yeah. Especially if you're in Korean and eating one of these, yeah, you always chopsticks. Except if you're like eating for like special like stuff, like maybe like a thick steak that you have to literally cut yourself. And maybe you'll pick up too much noodles of it, so yeah. So when 4 minutes have gone by, okay. I'm gonna point the camera downwards. I'm gonna use my chopstick. You get the point. So your hole doesn't have to be like super big, just average. Use your chopstick, poke. So when you're like draining water, you could definitely need to be careful. There is nothing in the sink right now. So you might get your hands burnt in the process. So if you're not careful, if you are not always leave a little bit of moisture. So this is what it looks like inside. Always have a pair of scissors with you, because if you try to just open it with it'll get all over your hands and such, and you'll have a bloody mess on your hands. And if you're wearing like a light piece of clothing, it'll get all over you. You know, always make sure the sauce is going to the bottom. Grab, snip, and pour. So you want to make sure, like, if you really want to get all of the sauce, make sure you pour all of it, but make sure when you're like throwing it out, it doesn't get on your hands. And definitely put your scissors in the sink. Mine got stained. Oh, as always. So as soon as you got it, so this is something you can't do. You really can't do with your fork. So spin it around and around and around and around. Lather it up in the sauce. Make sure there are no like spots that are like, you know, just noodles. You gotta make sure you lather it out in the sauce. And when it is still like moisturized, put the carbonara sauce in. I do the same procedure when I'm eating the cheese version of this. Also, another cooking tip: if you gotta as soon as you drain the water out, you put a slice of cheddar cheese in it. Break it up. Make sure that you just smash it up into maybe itty bitty pieces. Put it in. Make sure, stir it around. Make sure it's absorbed in the noodles, and then put the sauce and a powder in. I tried that before. It was delicious. Whoa. Yeah, baby. But make sure, yeah. once it's really smothered in the sauce and the powder, it'll really clump together. So this is one noodle that is, yeah, and done. I'm ready to use my swords. Oh, oof. This is an all-time favorite of mine. So, as a reminder, where can you buy it? So you can go to any Korean supermarket near you. It'll be in the noodle section. And it'll most likely be next to it's other kinds of noodles, corn flavor, this flavor, regular flavor, 2X, mala, jajang, and then there's a tteokbokki one, which may not always be pleasing, but yeah, you gotta try it. So those of you who are like trying to like mukbang and like, as a reminder, it's a Korean word. And it's trying. If you think you're trying to like you can try and do one with noodles, I advise you get a like 4 large cartons of milk if you're, and maybe always have some yogurt around, because as soon as you finish, you're definitely going to have a bad stomach. So don't. So proof that I'm eating it. Here we go. Warm. Oh, that's some good stuff. So if you're sort of like me, yeah, you'll probably be craving for cheese after this. I'll see you guys next week when I try the chapaguri by Nongshin. No. So 2,606 Schoville Heat Units are going through my body right now. Wow. Yeah. Woo. I'm going to go back to lunch. Thank you for watching.